God.
Imagine hearing that back.
We are in the middle of nowhere.
And they're both going off.
How? That's fucking solid. It's solid right now.
What's that smoke?
What smoke?
At the fireplace.
What? What the frick?
Bro, this is getting serious, dude. There's a rope right here to climb down.
The engine of a Jeep isn't just metal in motion. It's the heartbeat of a dream. For Victoria Rose, that dream comes alive through solo female van life. Her pursuit of freedom, independence, and simplicity. On her YouTube channel, The Jurassic Jeep, she documents what it truly means to live on her own terms. From preparing budget meals with discount ingredients to confronting fears like driving unfamiliar roads alone. Her journey embodies courage, adaptability, and the raw beauty of life without a roadmap. On August 13th, 2023, Victoria set out for Chautauqua National Forest in New York, seeking solitude and a night of peaceful camping.
We've made it. I wasn't sure. I haven't, like I said, I've never tried to find free camping around these parts, and it is a little different than it is in the West. In the West, there's so much land. We can find very remote places. There's like park rangers and stuff everywhere, and just smaller areas, so I feel like a little bit less free, but it's camping. The bugs! I forgot about that. I already got bit by one, and I usually don't. Fortunately, I think I have some bug spray, so let's check. This is a really nice area, but it's Chautauqua National Forest in New York. Oh. Why do they always get you on the ankle? Okay, so I got this, I think in Nevada at a natural food store, and it's lemon eucalyptus oil insect repellent. I don't know if it'll work, but we are going to put it on our ankles and everywhere. Also, they have porta potties here, so this is like luxury for me.
The day was calm, sunlight filtering through trees, a soft hum of insects, and the quiet joy of finding a free, secluded spot. As darkness fell, she applied lemon eucalyptus oil for bugs, zipped her tent, and drifted to sleep surrounded by stillness. Around 1:00 a.m., the peace shattered. A loud pickup truck with blinding headlights pulled straight into her campsite. Instead of passing through, it parked just feet from her Jeep. A family, parents and children, got out, laughing and shouting as they began unloading camping gear. They acted as if she didn't exist. Confused and frustrated, Victoria stepped out to confront them.
What the fuck? You guys gonna pick me out of this spot? Are you guys gonna move your truck so I can at least leave? You're gonna move your truck so I can leave? Huh? Well, it's kind of weird that I was put. Well, I am. Well, now I have to like leave because there's no way I can sleep like this. Can you at least ask, like, or say excuse me or something? Like, I was camped here.
I understand. We told you we didn't know they were in there.
Right, but can you like say like yeah, but it's just common courtesy to say sorry, I didn't realize. Is it okay if we camp here? But it's like this is the spot that I got. It's just strange. It's rude. I don't really know where to go or what to do.
Her calm questions were met with shrugs and indifference. They'd parked so close that she couldn't drive away, leaving her trapped. Though exhausted, she realized staying could escalate the situation. Around 3:00 a.m., she made the difficult decision to pack up quietly and leave. Alone in the dark, she drove through the forest roads, headlights cutting through the fog, adrenaline replacing sleep. It wasn't the peaceful night she had planned, but she chose safety over confrontation.
It's like 2 in the morning. This is so strange. I've never had this happen out in the West. But I hate driving at night, especially when I'm this tired, because it's like nearly 3 in the morning. It was a weird situation. I didn't know what to do. Like, what do you do? Infiltrating. It's so loud too. So I just had to drive to a rest stop. I didn't want to make a big deal because there was kids. So rude. Like, they're so rude, and they're just like not looking at me, acting like it wasn't even there, and I was standing there, like, hey, can you at least say excuse me, or can you say sorry, or can you at least ask me for the campsite, even though like that's rude in itself. Like, it's 2 in the morning. Camping culture in the West versus the East is so much different.
Victoria's experience reflects an often overlooked truth about solo travel: that the greatest dangers don't always come from nature, but from people. Some viewers believed the family's actions were simply careless, unaware of her presence. Others suspected it was deliberate, perhaps testing her reaction when they saw she was alone. Whatever their intent, it became a sharp reminder that instinct and awareness are just as vital as any gear or preparation. Later, Victoria described that night as a lesson in human wilderness. And one question continues to haunt her story. Was it merely a clueless family invading her space, or something far more intentional, seeing how far they could push before she broke? Bucks is a well-known YouTuber, recognized for his omegle chats, playful pranks, and hilarious reactions. But nearly 10 years ago, his channel was completely different. In those early days, he uploaded gaming playthroughs, commentary, and live stream highlights. Hidden among those old uploads is one that stands out: the night Bucks and his friends ventured into a forest said to be haunted. What began as a fun late-night adventure soon turned into something far more disturbing.
Some purely local ghosts are described far more vividly and seem to have once caused considerable alarm, even if only within a few miles radius. Early in the 19th century, for example, there was said to be a most unpleasant spectre in St. Leonard's Forest. It was a headless phantom which would lurk among the trees at dusk waiting for some horseman to pass by, and would then spring up behind him, wind its skeletal arm around his neck, and cling to him in spite of all the struggles and pleadings until he reached the further side of the forest. Alright, so we're gonna go to this church which we saw earlier today. I'll just show you that now.
Legend has it that everyone in this village they're very, very eerie about this church. They just don't like to talk about it for some reason, so it's not a good spiritual vibe here. It's bad.
There's a graveyard around there, and then we're gonna head further up into St. Leonard's Forest, which apparently there is a witch, what's it called, like a cult. Apparently there's actually still people that go there to practice witch hunt. Is it witch hunting? I don't even know what it is, but it's meant to be proper freaky, so we're gonna go. And there's also a lot of lore behind these forests. They seem to be very spiritual. This place is in the middle of nowhere. It's gonna be absolutely pitch black.
It should be good though.
We've got a lot of torches and flashlights, so we've got Big Steve over here with his big torch. Then we've got 2 torches we're gonna strap to our cameras.
This is it. This is it, boys. We're on the way. So if I just show you, me and Mike have got the same setup here. So we've got our cameras with a flashlight on top, and then Steve has got a full-on, extremely bright light, and he's also got like a smaller light as well. So,
according to local legends, St. Leonard's Forest in England was once haunted by a terrifying ghost, a headless spirit that appeared at dusk, said to leap onto the backs of riders and cling to them until they escaped the woods. That legend was exactly what drew Bucks and his group there one night. Their plan was simple: explore a centuries-old church and graveyard before heading deeper into the woods to see what they could find. At first, the trip felt like nothing more than a spooky thrill. They joked, filmed, and laughed nervously as their flashlights cut through the darkness, lighting up cracked tombstones and overgrown paths. But beneath their humor was an unshakable tension. The forest was silent. No birds, no wind, only the crunch of leaves underfoot. When they reached the old church, the mood changed completely.
That is the church right there, and there's a graveyard all the way around. Nah, man, this is just...
Are we actually about to do this now?
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
Oh my fuck, don't do that, man. Oh my god, that's the creepiest noise you could ever make. Nah, I'm freaked out by everything. I want to be in the middle, yeah. Are you with the light? Where's light?
This is insanely scary. Oh, fucking hell.
What?
My fly just flew into my... Jesus Christ. Yo, no, I'm not liking this, man. This is the church here. Yo, boys, I really don't like this. Give it a no. Wait, hang on. Oh, mate. Yeah? You doing it? There's a CCTV camera right there, boys. Anybody home? This is fine. Okay. I'm warming up a bit. It's not as bad as I thought. Oh, there's a fucking like proper tombstone over there. Is there?
It's a tombstone. I think of the Undertaker.
Man, that is proper sketchy. Like. Should we? Oh no! What the fuck?
I know. I thought I seen something.
No. If anyone is here, if any spirits are here, please show us by making some noise.
The building loomed in silence, its walls decaying, surrounded by forgotten graves. Even the air felt heavier. Despite their unease, they pressed on, whispering as they recorded. Nothing unusual happened, or at least not yet. After a short rest, they decided to go farther, toward an area rumored to be tied to witchcraft and strange rituals. Along the dirt road, they noticed a car parked in the distance, lights off. It unsettled them.
So that was the first place that we've just been to. It's a church and a graveyard, and we're now heading to the forests, which is where the spectre thing, the phantom, whatever the fuck you want to call it, it's where the history is. There's witches there, there's cults there, so that's where we're heading to next. I've just got such eerie vibes around here. Like, I really don't like it at all. Okay, so this is us now entering the second place. We're just gonna go in, see if there's any cars, see if there's anyone else in here. Oh, this is just so sketchy.
Just is.
Just is. Like, do we turn left, I'm assuming? So I'm guessing that's it down there.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, that's how you get in, that's the entrance. Fuck.
There's a parking spot.
Around here.
There's a car there.
There's a car there.
Is there actually?
Yeah.
That's not good.
Shit. So that car that you saw was, we don't really know, but we're back in town, we're gonna wait for a bit and then we're gonna head back out.
But they continued anyway. Hours later, around 2 a.m., they returned to that same area with their cameras still rolling. And that's when everything changed. They stumbled upon a clearing marked with blackened soil and a circle of burnt debris, like the remains of a fire pit. The laughter stopped instantly. The forest grew oppressively quiet. Then came faint noises, footsteps, whispers, movement in the dark. Fear spread through the group. Without speaking, they turned and ran, crashing through branches until they reached the car, hearts pounding. Later, when Bucks reviewed the footage, viewers noticed something terrifying.
That's not a dog. Is there no houses around?
It's a circle, it's like a...
shit, like a fire?
Yeah, they put something here, and then they'd all sit around in a circle. Nah, this is...
Sketch as
this
fuck,
is
man.
not what this... I do not feel comfortable. Like, I don't know about you, but I'm just not getting a good vibe from here at all. Whereas back there, I wasn't that bad, but in this place, we're getting to open space. This is like territory for like cults and, you know what I mean? Like, this is danger territory right here. Yeah, if someone wants to set up a cult, it would be on like flat, open ground like this, right? I'm getting really hot and uncomfortable. Yo guys, I don't know, I'm just out of breath. I don't like this.
Nah, fuck that. No. This isn't even a joke anymore, man. Get
Oh shit. Go, fuck. Get out of here. Oh my god. Oh, it's another car, there's another car there. Get the fuck in. There's another car, get in. Shit. Get in.
A figure standing behind a tree just before the group fled. None of them had seen it at the time. And when they got back to their car, another vehicle had been parked right beside theirs, even though the road had been empty earlier that night. Some viewers believe the shadow was a person, maybe the driver of the mysterious car they'd seen before. Others are convinced it was something paranormal, tied to the ghostly legends of St. Leonard's Forest. Whether a stranger, a cult member, or something beyond explanation, the moment felt too precise to ignore. So which is more frightening? The idea of a ghost haunting those woods, or the thought that someone real had been waiting there all along? Maybe it was coincidence, maybe not. Either way, that night Bucks and his friends learned that the real danger in a haunted forest isn't beyond the trees. It's what's already hiding among them. In February 2018, YouTuber Greg Harris uploaded what seemed like a simple GoPro recording, just another weekend ride through the woods near Naples, Florida. The clip started off like countless other ATV videos online, the steady growl of the engine, trees blurring by, and the calm rhythm of off-road adventure. But what began as an ordinary ride quickly turned into a near-fatal encounter that still unsettles anyone who's watched it. As Greg sped down the narrow path, everything appeared normal, until in an instant, something flickered across the trail. A metal wire, stretched tightly between two trees, snagged his helmet and violently snapped him backward. The impact stopped him cold. Had the wire been just a few inches lower, it could have taken his head off. Instead, it broke as it caught beneath his chin guard, sparing his life by sheer luck. Greg's foot was trapped under the shifter, but he managed to pull himself loose. Later, in the video description, Greg wrote, "Be cautious out there. I was nearly decapitated by a metal wire tied between trees on one of my usual trails. Luckily, it broke. It caught under my helmet, and my foot got stuck under the shifter." For those who ride off-road, this was more than a freak accident. Incidents like this have happened before, sometimes set by angry property owners trying to keep riders away, other times out of retaliation for noise or damage. But in the worst cases, people do it out of pure cruelty, for no reason at all. When Greg went back to examine the spot, there were no footprints, no tools, no clues, just a broken wire hanging between the trees. Whoever set it up knew exactly where to place it to cause maximum harm. Greg's footage quickly gained attention among off-roaders and local authorities. Some thought it was a deliberate warning to keep riders off private land. Others believed it was a random act, a twisted prank with deadly potential. Whatever the reason, it exposed a chilling reality. The real danger in the woods isn't always wild animals. On October 27, 2025, the Twin Paranormal Team, known for exploring the most haunted and mysterious locations across America, journeyed deep into the forests of Washington state. This time, they weren't searching for spirits, but something far more legendary: Bigfoot. The rain fell steadily over the Columbia River Gorge, and fog curled between the trees. As darkness settled in, the crew had no idea they were about to experience one of the most unnerving nights they had ever filmed.
And we believe that this would be a good spot to start. Luckily, we have somebody who knows somewhat of what they're doing.
I am by no means a professional, but I think we're in probably as good as a spot as we're gonna be able to find.
Excuse me.
To hopeful
The professional coming through.
the professional.
I don't think that's how you use it, is it?
What? I don't think that's how you use it.
That's very loud. Thank you.
Guys, this is our first time. Might be the last time. We have no idea. This is for us to enjoy an adventure, and you can hear everything I'm saying. Very clear, right?
They began their trek beneath heavy rain, following a narrow, winding path surrounded by thick forest. Wyatt led the group, explaining that most Bigfoot encounters happen near rivers and high ground. The others trailed behind, their flashlights cutting through the mist. Before long, they stumbled upon something strange. A crude hut built entirely from branches and leaves, standing alone in the middle of nowhere. It looked freshly made, as if someone had built it recently and left in a hurry. Moments later, Wyatt decided to test a theory. Cupping his hands, he let out a long, echoing whoop, a call used by researchers to attract Bigfoot. For several seconds, there was silence. Then, from deep within the forest, a reply came. It was low.
Oh my God.
Imagine hearing that back.
Bigfoot!
Seriously, did you? That was weird. Riff, did you hear that? That sounded like 2 feet, did it not?
No. Really? Yeah. Do it again.
I'm gonna try it without the megaphone, just so it sounds more natural. Guys, shut up.
So, something is right there.
Did you hear that?
Yeah. Can we get through some of this? I swear on everything, it sounded like somebody was right there.
Yeah, rustling through the branches again. It's that breaking, the branch breaking sound.
Guys?
Shut the f*** up. You didn't do that?
No. I've done nothing.
That might have been a callback, dude, for real.
Resonant and unmistakably alive. Another followed soon after, distant, but clear enough to send chills through the group. The forest fell silent again. Then came the smell. Sharp, musky, and decayed, like a mix of wet fur and rot. Wyatt raised his EMF meter, and its lights flared red, blinking wildly even though they were miles from any power source.
This might actually be a good spot to use the listening.
Holy fuck. Whoa!
They both win.
Did you just hear that? Did you hear that? That was behind us. Was that growling?
It sounded like it, yeah.
What's going off? Why is that going off? Why the fuck is that going off?
Whoa.
We are in the middle of nowhere.
And they're both going off.
How? That's fucking solid. It's solid right now. Why is that doing that?
Shut up.
We just heard what sounded like scraping. I don't think we're alone. It feels like we're not alone.
This feels weird. The listening device is in my backpack. Should I try it?
Yeah, now we're in a good spot.
Yeah, it's more open.
The group froze as the sound of wood striking wood echoed from somewhere beyond the trees. 3 heavy knocks, deliberate and rhythmic. They pressed forward cautiously. A bell trap they had set earlier suddenly rang in the distance. Something had triggered it. The EMF reader spiked again, and static began to crackle through their audio recorders. Then came the sound that froze them all. From the darkness erupted a deep guttural cry, a double whoop, louder and closer than before. It wasn't an echo. It wasn't the wind. It was alive, powerful, and terrifyingly near. For several moments, no one spoke. The rain poured harder, and the forest seemed to close in around them. Later, viewers debated the footage. Some insisted the whoops were evidence of Bigfoot, while others dismissed them as human mimicry. But when both EMF meters spiked at once in an open forest, even skeptics had to admit something out there was watching them. On October 25, 2025, the Voyager Overland crew returned to a secluded valley deep in the Alberta Rockies, Canada. Known for documenting peaceful overland adventures in remote wilderness, this trip carried a different tone. A stranger's warning, a rough, hand-drawn map, and the ruins of a burned cabin lured them back to a place reachable only by muddy trails and river crossings. By the time they pitched camp beside a lonely stone chimney, curiosity had already overtaken caution.
So I'm filling up at the gas station last winter, and this guy comes up to me and he says, "You're Voyager Overland, aren't you?" And he tells me, "Hey, I saw your video last fall, and I recognize where you were." And I read the comments as well, he says. People are saying it's Bigfoot or Sasquatch or somebody looking to steal your stuff or the military with special suits and whatever. Well, he tells me that him and his dad used to hunt in that area and he knows exactly where we were and he saw exactly what we saw. And he says, if you want, I'll give you directions if you want to go see something even more. So I bought him a coffee and he drew me a map, gave me some general directions, and that's where Gina and I are going this weekend. We're going to hopefully verify what we saw and see the rest that he's talking about. It got my attention when he told me that him and his dad, they don't hunt there. They've never been back again. And he kind of cautioned me. He said, if you get there at the right time, you're going to see what you saw in your video, what you captured on camera, and you're probably going to see a lot more. And I tell you, that's shaking me to the core, because if we prove his story right, if we verify what he told us, that kind of shakes up everything I believe in.
It began at a gas station. A man recognized the host, mentioning he'd watched their earlier video from this same region, then revealed he and his father had once seen the same thing. He pointed to a spot, even worse, handed over a sketched map, and admitted they never returned. That was enough to decide the next destination. When the crew reached the familiar road, they found the gate locked. Hours of detours followed, through darkness, mud, and shallow rivers, headlights slicing through rain and alder branches. Finally, they reached a small clearing and set up camp. Beneath lantern light, the host retold an old tale. In the 1950s or 60s, a prospector disappeared here. His wife and brother searched, later returned to town, and the cabin burned down, with both of them inside. Locals said the brother never stopped looking. At dawn, they reviewed their trail camera, 6 clips, 1 corrupted and unplayable, then continued following the map.
So this time, just to make sure we don't have any problems, we used a brand new SD card. So it's time to look and see why there's 6 videos on here from last night.
Ooh, that's hard to see, eh?
It is. Hang on here.
Can we actually open it to look at?
It's a clear picture. You can see me setting it up. But I don't really see anything except for this one that's really glitchy. So I'm really not sure what's going on here. So I don't know what we're looking at. The one video is kind of glitchy. Otherwise, it's so hard to see, right? It's so bright on the screen. So I think we're gonna have to wait till we get back home and I got a computer screen, a large computer screen to work with, see if we can make anything out. But it still puzzles me that it recorded a whole bunch of video and there seems to be nothing on there.
The forest grew tighter, paths unclear, until a fallen log forced them to cut through. When the trees opened, they saw it. A tall chimney standing alone, all that remained of the house nature had reclaimed. The air was strange, quiet, lifeless, still. They placed a night camera.
What's that smoke?
What smoke?
At the fireplace.
What? What the frick? What the hell is that?
Where's that smoke coming from? What the hell?
It's coming from inside. There's nothing in here.
There's nothing in here.
I heard something. Did you hear that?
Freaking sounded like a moose or some of that, but
It was loud.
like bigger and not like a moose.
It even smells like wood smoke. But where the hell is it coming from? What? Did you hear that?
Yeah.
The frick was that? Hey! Hello?
I'm out of here. I don't like this.
No, it's time to back up and get the hell out of here. Did I leave that? I did leave that.
It captured faint lights and shifting figures among the ruins. But morning brought the real shock. As they brewed coffee, someone noticed smoke rising from the untouched chimney. The stones were cold, the hearth empty, yet a thin gray column drifted upward. A deep call echoed from the trees, and the smell of burned wood reached camp. That was enough. They packed quickly and left the valley the same way they'd entered, through rivers, ruts, and silence. Viewers were split. Some, including a paranormal investigator, claimed it was proof of something beyond comprehension. Others called it staged or a clever Halloween setup. But everyone agreed. The image of that smoking chimney was unforgettable. No one lit a fire, yet smoke rose in daylight from ruins miles from any road. If it wasn't a trick or some quirk of weather, what memory was that chimney exhaling? And would a second angle have changed anything? On October 26, 2025, YouTuber Groovy Gavin returned to the Appalachian Mountains, a region long associated with mysterious vanishings. Known for documenting real-world mysteries and abandoned places, Gavin set out to uncover why so many people go missing here without explanation. From forgotten trails to dark mountain caves, he followed the same paths as those who were never seen again.
We walked about 3 miles into the trail where we got to the first crossroad of the Dennis Martin missing case. That is where Dennis Martin went missing and the whole incident happened. But about 2 miles to the left, which we're not going to go that way, is where they camped for the night. Nothing actually happened there. They just camped the night. Peaceful night.
That wasn't peaceful. That's where they got stalked.
I mean, it's possible. And then they continued on this way. So we ended up hiking for another hour or two, and it was just so much deeper in than I thought it was, but we eventually got to the place where Dennis had gone missing. So up here is Spence Field. I think this is what they're talking about. I'm pretty sure this is it. It says on the map this is Spence Field. This area, it was about a 5.5 mile hike for us. They went other directions and it took them over a day because they camped in other spots, but they eventually get here. This area is called Spence Field. It was a big group. It was a family. There were a bunch of kids, the aunts and uncles, lots of people. What had happened was the kids were, I guess, all together in this area, Spence Field. The kids want to, hide and then surprise parents to pop out and, scare the parents. Dennis specifically, he hides, it just says behind a bush. So, I mean, I could have been anywhere over here. And so this happens at 4:30 p.m. Basically 4 p.m. right now. So about this time, super bright. The parents come at 4:30. All the kids jump out and scare them. Then, immediately, I guess, they notice that Dennis is not. Last people to see Dennis were Bill and Clyde, which was the father and grandfather. He was last with them and then last seen splitting off from them to go hide. That's the last time he was seen.
The story begins with one of the most chilling disappearances in the Smoky Mountains. 6-year-old Dennis Martin in 1969. Gavin hiked the same 5.5-mile trail to Spence Field, the place where Dennis was last seen playing hide-and-seek. When the children jumped out to surprise their parents, Dennis never returned. Over 1,000 people joined the search, including the National Guard, covering 50 square miles of rugged terrain. Still, nothing was ever found. No footprints, no clothes, not even a shred of evidence. A nearby family later reported hearing a single, blood-curdling scream echoing through the woods. Moments afterward, they saw a disheveled old man walking through the trees carrying something red. Dennis had been wearing a red shirt that day. That sighting sparked the enduring feral people theory, that isolated humans lived deep in the Appalachians, far from civilization. Gavin's next stop was Clingman's Dome, where another mystery unfolded. 16-year-old Trenny Gibson.
So this is about the area where Trenny Gibson went missing. This is literally known as one of the weirdest and most confusing disappearance cases in the Appalachian Mountains because it just happened so sudden with like just absolutely nothing, no evidence. Nothing. It was October 8th, 1976. They came here for their high school field trip. She was with 38 other students, a bunch of adults, and she was seen multiple times. She was bouncing around from different groups. There were lots of people that witnessed her and were with her at like really near the time where she disappeared. Some students said she was walking a little bit in front of them. Some said she was walking a little bit behind. But basically they said she went around a bend and then just she was gone. Like the people in front, the group in front didn't see her. The group behind didn't see her. No sounds were made. And then when they noticed she was gone and there were absolutely no clues, like they told the park rangers and they started a huge search like immediately. They had helicopters looking. They had tracking dogs looking. And this search lasted for weeks. That's what makes it so crazy. This is one of the quickest times where they started a search right after. But like
during a school field trip, she briefly walked ahead of her classmates and disappeared between two groups on the trail. Despite a massive, immediate search, she was never found. Finally, Gavin entered one of the caves believed to intersect with multiple disappearance sites. Inside, he found signs of human presence, a rope leading into a dark pit. Some believe these caves hide criminal activity or secret tunnels used for human trafficking. Gavin dismissed the drug theory, but admitted the trafficking explanation feels disturbingly plausible.
bro, this is getting serious, dude. There's a rope right here to climb down. Oh, there we go. That's cool. Sometimes where the light is the darkest, in the deepest, darkest caves, is where you find the most beautiful things with your homie. I'm gonna completely cross off the drug thing. I've been trying to think how that would make sense this whole time, and it just doesn't at all, like no part of it. The trafficking thing genuinely makes so much sense. Like it's literally like you said, like if like a group of kids came down here, which like who wouldn't? Like if when I was younger, this is some shit I would definitely go to. Something happens this deep in, we're like 30 minutes plus deep, like you're done for. You're cooked. Like there is no one that's gonna hear you. And this is one of the like more known caves. Like I'm thinking about like lesser known ones, like you're cooked. I think that's definitely a possibility for some of the disappearances. Probably not all of them. I think also people could just get lost down here.
Viewers remain divided. Some believe in the existence of feral people, others in vast underground systems hiding something far worse. Theories keep growing, but no one truly knows the truth. If so many can disappear in daylight, on trails filled with witnesses, then what's really watching from deep within those Appalachian woods? That's it for tonight. Which moment creeped you out the most? Drop it in the comments. Have your own story? Share it with us, and stay tuned. The next one is even darker.